Hey y'all,
Welcome back
to the channel.
to the channel.
Yes, honey.
I know you fucking lying.
Okay then. Hey,
Hey,
y'all.
y'all.
It's the fact that we be like,
What is going on, y'all? We are back a whole nother week later on this Friday.
yes, and you guys know that it is time for the drama.
Yeah, it's drama. But this ain't our regular reality, y'all.
No.
We got a movie review.
Yes, before we get into the movie review, make sure y'all get y'all tequila.
Why am I so high? Tequila.
Okay, you want it to float like a little ghost?
That's what I did, was hoping. That's probably why I had it so high. If y'all didn't know, I was holding it and moving it.
As y'all can see, the tequila is hitting already.
Hold up. It's so
Okay.
What's that?
Y'all. If y'all didn't know I was holding it, they saw your hand.
Not when it was up here.
I fucking cannot. Anyway.
Yes, make sure y'all have y'all tequila and y'all
Red Bull.
Definitely make sure y'all have y'all's fruits and set your ambiance.
Yes.
And let's talk about this 1001 starring Teyana Taylor.
Yes,
it just came out. It's in theaters, y'all. If y'all have not seen it, we definitely recommend that y'all should go see it.
Indeed.
And if you have not seen it and you want to see it, it's going to be some spoiler alerts. Spoiler alerts. So maybe you want to wait to watch, or maybe not. You know, just watch it. Either watch us, watch the movie, or watch both of us. But either way, it's gonna have some spoiler alerts, and just be prepared for it. Okay?
Yes. So we're gonna give y'all a review of the movie. Of course, we're gonna give you guys our opinions, and yes, it does have some spoiler alerts up in this tea.
Definitely.
Because I'm gonna give you the rundown. Okay.
Okay then.
So I need y'all to follow me as I follow the movie.
Period.
Get into it.
All right.
All right. So 1001. It is kind of like a 90s based movie. Okay, and y'all know Teyana Taylor's style is all 90s. So of course she bodied the role of Inez.
She definitely did, y'all. That was like if you were born in the 80s or the 70s and you lived through the 90s in like your teenage years, early adult years, I think you could definitely relate to this movie, especially with the motherfucking payphones and them goddamn yellow pages. I ain't seen a payphone or a yellow page in 20 fucking years.
It ain't been 20.
It seemed like it,
but I definitely haven't seen what she said in a long time.
Honey, them hoes used to be delivered to the damn house. I ain't got a yellow page in forever.
Because we used to prank call with the yellow books.
That used to be some good shit. This kids these days.
I have no idea.
Y'all experience. Y'all ain't gonna know nothing about a yellow page or a white. It's a white page too. It's a white page book.
Yes.
Y'all better go Google it.
Yes. So Inez, which is Teyana Taylor, you guys, it starts out, she's in jail. She's been in jail for a year for boosting clothes.
Yep, y'all. She at Rikers Island.
Okay. So, of course, when she gets out, she's homeless. And she has to go to a shelter. Right? And she sees her son walking down the street.
Terry is his name.
Terry is her son's name.
Definitely.
So Terry is he's in foster care along with some other foster kids. And she sees them or whatever. Now we got to think about this too. Inez is a stylist. She's a beautician. Right. She does hair. Yeah. Girl, now come on, let me do your hair, girl. She does hair.
She does hair.
Okay, this is in New York, you guys.
Where else was it gonna be?
Listen. So we find out that Terry's dad's name is Lucky. And
no.
Yes. And Lucky is in jail.
What we found out? Because the friend asked.
The friend asked, and she said, I didn't tell Lucky because, he's in jail.
She said, is it Lucky? She was like, nah, I had him when Lucky was in jail.
Okay. Y'all go see. We gonna figure it out.
Get in the comments and let us know what it was.
Okay.
Okay then.
So she ends up, Terry ended up running from the foster parent, ended up falling out of a window and hurt his head to where he had to go to the hospital.
You know what? That kind of had me because I was like, well, did somebody push him out the window? But then again, I be on TikTok and I be seeing y'all New Yorkers complain about y'all apartments and how small they are. And y'all got some big ass motherfucking windows. It's just interesting. Y'all got like literally 350 square feet with a big ass motherfucking window. That makes no sense to me, but whatever. That's some New York shit.
So she ends up taking her son from the hospital.
Because he was in the hospital.
He ended up going to the hospital. He did not want to go back to the hospital. He said he wanted to live with her. And she's like, dang, I'm trying to get myself together. I just got out. Really battling whether or not she should take you this way. You know what I'm saying? So she ends up taking him, finding her a spot. And the system, they haven't even tried to find him. She's so nervous about them finding him. They ain't even looking for him. That's just how overcrowded that system was back in the 90s in New York. I don't know of other places, but this is what the picture detailed. All right. So she doesn't really have his vital documents, right? So she's trying to figure out, how am I going to get him in school? How am I going to be able to do this, that, and the third? I can't even take him to the doctor. I don't have his vital documents.
Right.
So she ended up, after she got them a place, she ended up having to find somewhere to work, which means she ain't got no childcare. He ain't in school. So Terry got to stay at home by himself.
Why when we was sitting up there looking at him stay home by himself, he just reminded me of Brad so much. Just, I'm in my house.
Yeah.
In my underwear and wife beater.
Yeah.
Chilling.
Yeah.
Feet up. I said, go ahead, Brad. That gave total Brad vibes. And I don't know if that's the little boy age. So clearly I'm thinking he's around the age of Brad.
Yeah, at that time.
Yeah, and he was giving off those kid age. It just put me in that mind state. I was
laying on the floor, playing DVDs.
Over the damn place.
CDs, cassette tapes.
Jumping on the couch.
Yes.
He
eating
was
food everywhere. All over the place, knocking it over, not picking it up.
Honey.
So she ended up having to falsify documents in order for him to go to school. Mm-hmm. She had this dude who could hook it up. Y'all know we know people who know people who know people. I done falsified some things before too in my younger days. So
we gonna say over 20 years ago. Don't ask us our age. It was over 20 years ago.
Yes.
Okay, now.
Okay, because it's given 25. Anyways,
it's fucking right. When you got 25, bro.
It's given 25. Yes. All right. So Lucky ends up getting out of jail, y'all. She's so happy that her man is home.
He gave me y'all know damn, Holiday's Heart. Mm-hmm. When dude got out, dude that Wanda was fucking with, mm-hmm. He gives me his vibe. They actually kind of look alike to me.
Sort of, kind of.
They do kind of look alike. Yeah. Okay.
So he get out of jail. Mm-hmm. He moves into their place, mm-hmm. And of course he's denying that he's the daddy.
We knew that.
And he's saying, "I only want to be with you. When I got out, I thought I was gonna be here with you. I didn't know I was gonna be here with a kid that ain't mine." Mm-hmm. So of course, they're starting off on a rocky start. Mm-hmm. Okay. She's just like, "Look, just try to be understanding. I couldn't leave him. He's my son." Okay. Mm-hmm. They get married. Mm-hmm. It was a quick little side show on the street type of recession on the streets. Quick little Polaroids.
But what I do like about that situation, although he did talk to Inez Teyana, and let her know that, hey, this ain't what I signed up for. He was still there.
Yeah.
He not at any point made Terry feel like he was unwanted. He definitely made him feel included, and he made sure after they got married to have a conversation with him and let him know, like, look, your mama my wife now.
Right.
However, I'm here for both of y'all.
Right.
Both of y'all are what's important.
Exactly.
I just wish he would have came out like, can I be your daddy?
Yes. It was
That's
just
what I was expecting. But you did what you could for how you feel. Yeah. And I appreciated that because not at any point did you treat that little boy wrong.
Yes.
So yes.
Stepdaddies matter.
Okay then. And he was a good stepdaddy.
Yes, they were. Yes, he was. Terry ends up growing up, y'all. It skipped years.
Couple of years. So I say he probably about he was entering into his freshman year of high school, so 13, 14.
Yep. He's a teenager. He gets offered to attend an advanced high school that'll help him get a chance to get into college.
Okay, then. And this wasn't performing arts. This was like STEM, technology, science, math. Nothing against performing arts, but STEM is a whole nother situation.
This boy was advanced and smart, top tier.
Very much so.
So her and Lucky ends up being on the rocks at this point. You know, he's not really in the home, in and out for weeks on end, not saying where he's going, not coming back like he's supposed to, not checking in. So, and then she starts to get like depressed, and you know, she's still scared about them coming to find Terry.
Also, because this is another point to bring up, she's also with what you said, she's becoming depressed. Also, I'm also seeing some insecurities because
of
skin, hair texture, because he is in and out and we don't know what's really going on. It's like, you like them bitches because they lighter than me? You like them bitches because they hair straight?
Obviously, at that time, it was a lot of Boricuas.
Oh, hell yeah. And I still think it's a lot of Boniquas now up in New York. Like, New York is definitely one of those very, very, very biracial states. Very, very biracial states. And they definitely made sure to shine light on that point. So I just wanted to put that in there.
So, yeah, definitely. So it skips again to years later. And when I tell y'all the third stage of this boy's life, damn, that was a little fine, little handsome young man.
Damn, he was cute, wasn't he? A little nice little chocolate.
Yes, I'm talking about teeth was whitened.
Oh yeah,
on that black chocolate skin.
Them cheeks was up.
Okay, with that. He was brushing them waves. Baby, the waves was waiting.
Yes, he grew up to be a very handsome young man. Yep. So I think we're now at probably his senior year. Gonna graduate and go into college.
He's about to be 18.
He did wind up going to that STEM program.
Yes.
Just so y'all know, he did go. Yes. And he's gonna get ready to graduate.
Yes, and so he's supposed to be applying to different schools and things of that nature. So Terry is considering his options for college. Lucky, you guys, Lucky ends up having cancer.
Lucky is sick as fuck. He is in the hospital. Like, if he wasn't talking, I thought he was on his deathbed.
Yeah.
But he was talking. He was barely talking. It seemed like he needed to get up his breath to actually give you full sentences at this point.
Yeah.
But he was very much present.
Yes.
He definitely made sure when Terry came through, he was there as a stepdad should be, even though he's been in and out.
Yeah.
So I definitely appreciate that.
And he knew that, his time was running thin. He was able to give Terry something to remember him by, which was cassette tapes.
Yeah, his records.
Old school music.
What was that motherfucking song that he played? Because it took him a moment to appreciate old school music.
Oh, yeah.
It takes you a moment. And truthfully, because I think I was kind of like this way, it literally took me hearing a record of a record that I like in this day and back in that day and age, because this is 20 years later. Like I'm saying, we like
they sampling a lot of stuff now.
To hear those samples and then to like them and then hear the original, it's like, I like old school music. And they played a sample on there. I really wish I could remember it, but that sample, I had never heard that sample before.
Yeah,
and I was happy to hear that.
Yeah, it was a nice record.
It was.
So the landlord. Let's talk about this shitty ass landlord.
Okay, because this shit finna piss y'all off. If it don't piss y'all off, then y'all clearly are not of age to understand gentrification.
Yes. So around that time, the neighborhood was going through gentrification.
Had to be.
And, they had already realized that these white men had bought the whole building across the street. And they were saying that people was getting put out. They was leaving the neighborhood, leaving. And so she ends up getting a new landlord as well. He told her that he was the one who bought the building across the street. So the landlord basically attempts to push them out of the apartment, claiming that he was going to make repairs let's get you some new cabinets.
Y'all listen to this shit.
Let's get you some new cabinets. Oh, I see your handle on your oven is broken. We're going to have somebody come in and fix that. What's going on with the shower? Oh, you want to expand the shower just a little bit? Okay, we'll get somebody to come in, put some more tiles down, expand it for you. We'll get that fixed as well. No problem. I'm your new landlord. Shake my hand. We're going to have a nice business relationship.
Y'all.
This man had the people to come in to do the fucking repairs. Do y'all know that they did repairs and made the space smaller? They no longer had a bathroom. They no longer had a stove. They only had a sink. You know how hard it is to bathe yourself every day in a sink?
Can't cook. Because Teyana was a cooking parent.
Yes.
She cooked for her man and her son. She cooked. Frying them big ass them look like turkey legs, if you ask me.
There was some big drumsticks.
Them hoes was big as fuck. Y'all know how to fuck them damn chicken legs look now. Them hoes big. And she was frying them. She was a cook. Like, once she decided that she was going to straighten her life up and do what she needed to fucking do for her son, she did that shit. She took her ass to work. She made that fucking money. She made sure shit was fucking cooked, like she cooked.
They
she cleaned
the apartment.
They
painted the apartment.
He got motherfucking games. He had clothes, and I'm not talking about no thrift store. He had Jordans, Adidas, Sean John. He was on it. She did what the fuck she needed to do.
He had all the posters in the world on his walls too.
Yeah, and they came.
They came and basically took
gutted that shit.
The accommodations that we need, the appliances that we need on a day-to-day basis for basic necessities. They took them out. They gutted that shit. So at this point, she realizes that the landlord is trying to push them out.
Because gonna tell her, oh, well, we can go ahead and get things back in, but it doesn't make sense for us to just repair what's missing. We might as well go ahead and repair and fix up the whole apartment, which means you need to move out for the next 2 to 3 months. I said, and as soon as she move out and try to come fucking back, that rent gonna go from $350 to a fucking $1,000.
Yep. He's gonna up the rent, and it's not gonna be what she wanted it to be.
That shit pissed me off. I ain't gonna lie to
y'all. So mad for this single black mom trying to take care of her son and hide from CPS. Oh, I was so sad. So Lucky, he ends up taking accountability for not fully loving Inez the way that she's supposed to be loved. Right? He realized that, yes, I was out here running the streets. Yes, I was not coming home. Yes, I was not able to love you like you were supposed to be loved because I didn't receive that from my mom and from my dad. So I didn't really know how to give it to you. I only gave you what I knew how to give. And I thought that was big of him as a man to take some accountability for where he fell short. It just came a little too late, Lucky.
Yeah, because you died.
Lucky passed away.
He is dead.
Lucky is dead. Okay.
I hate it.
Yeah. Terry, he ends up blaming his mama Inez for Lucky's sickness. You made him sick.
Had you not did all of this and bitching and so loud and y'all know how New Yorkers, y'all know how y'all are. Mm-hmm. That's what she was doing.
I was like, oh, she finna get up outside. I bet she finna knock the fuck out of him.
She didn't.
She did not.
Which to me told me, because it was a certain point where Inez was talking to Lucky and she was like, oh, he hates me. As in Terry.
Yeah.
He hates me. Like, what am I doing wrong? What do you think? And Terry said, well, maybe you shouldn't be so, Lucky said, maybe you shouldn't be so loud when you're talking to him. Maybe you should listen to him. Maybe you should, listen and then respond. Mm-hmm. And I think she took that advice in that moment because, no, she didn't hop up and lash out. She was like, yeah, you don't mean that. Yeah. And she went on about her business.
Yeah. So, they end up having a repast for him.
Catch this tea, y'all. Catch the tea.
And of course, they got the repast right outside the building where they had their reception for their wedding. Mm-hmm. On the streets, outside of the building. Mm-hmm. Lucky's daughter and the mama was standing across the street. And Terry was like, Mom, who this lady keep looking over here? At us? And she was like, go on in and just invite them over. That's Terry's daughter and mom.
And she walked on off. He looked back. She said, we'll talk about it later.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, she already knew what he was out here doing because she knew the type of women that he liked. She knew he wasn't coming home and was staying away weeks on end. You were only doing that because you with another woman.
I don't know if he couldn't have been married.
We be knowing. They was married. But she knew that her husband was cheating on her. Mm-hmm. And it just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And she accepted that. But she still loved her husband. And she wanted her husband to be home. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, he got sick. And ain't nothing you can do about it because the baby is here. Mm-hmm. Come on over. Pay your respects. Get a plate. Bitch, neither one of us have them now at this point.
At this point.
Okay.
All right, then.
So, Terry, he attempts to get a part-time job per his school social worker. To help over, make a little bit of extra cash or whatever right before he leaves off for school.
Right, because if y'all remember, they're going through the bullshit with the landlord. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So you need to get a job.
He needs to get a job. Right. So he finds the faulty documents, right, that she had made for him to get him in school in the first place. Mm-hmm. He found those documents and sent them in to apply for this part-time job. Mm-hmm. Now, he ends up confiding in this school social worker about being in foster care and actually giving her his real name.
So if y'all, we didn't mention it. We're not going to mention it. Ultimately, he wound up getting a fake name when she got those fake ass documents.
Yeah, I said falsified the documents. So of course, it's a fake name.
Exactly.
This is what we were talking about in one of our other videos about these teenagers thinking that they're grown, right, and that they know right. Don't really know how to hold vital information in from specific people that they feel like they can trust. They disclose sensitive information.
But you got to think about it because Lucky also told Inez, aka Teyana, tell that boy where he come from.
Yeah.
Tell him where he come from. He's been telling her to tell him where he comes from. Right. How y'all ended up in the situation that y'all are in.
Right.
And maybe had he known that you stole him from I'm taking my baby and we going.
Yeah.
He would not have given those documents without letting you know.
Right. So as a school social worker, period, no matter what field you're in, because that's my field, we are mandated reporters.
It's illegal.
It's illegal.
If you don't.
She had to make that report to say, okay, you got falsified documents, you up under a wrong name, right? That means fraud. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And your mama took you from foster care. They didn't actually give her back. Y'all didn't reunify through the courts. she took you. Right. So ultimately, she's got to go to jail. And you gonna have to go back to the group home until you get 18.
Just like 2 to 3 weeks shy of his 18th
birthday.
Ugh, I hate it.
So he goes in, and he finds out that
y'all catch it.
He finds out that Inez abducted him and isn't his real mother. Y'all, I could not have thought that this was gonna be
plot twist,
the end of this thing.
Plot twist, y'all. That ain't even his mama.
Stole him. That's not even his mama. He was abducted at birth. I mean, not at birth, but 2 years old. Yeah. Mm-hmm. They showed him the papers from when she had gotten arrested for taking him. This whole time, as a young boy, he's always thought that Inez left him out on the corner. He always thought that she left him, and that's how he ended up being into foster care. He never knew that she wasn't even really his real mama. Biologically, no.
At all, y'all.
At all. There's no family ties, period. This is not a sister's child. This is not a mama child, not her cousin child. This is not a child within her family.
I don't know your mama. We weren't best friends. Nothing. I wasn't asked to assume this responsibility. Yes. I was just walking and I saw you and it happened.
So Inez ends up explaining to him that she found a 2-year-old boy running outside of the shelter.
Right.
She waited outside of the shelter with him for hours, waiting on someone to come back and get him, and they never did. So she's saying that to prevent him from being mistreated in the system like she was, she decided to take this child on as her son and raise him up to be something that she knew that she wasn't going to have the ability to do as an adult. But so let me help you out, help you get to a better life because you'll be able to make it up out of here. My time is past.
Right.
And I honestly... I was stuck for a minute. I was like, what? Right. You stole this child?
I'm still trying to process.
You didn't think to say, okay, well, let me just, call DFACS, tell them, this child is out here.
Or go into the shelter and ask, whose child is this?
You never even... I just didn't understand that. However, I understood her reasoning behind it. Yeah. It was not logical.
It was relatable though.
It was relatable. It wasn't logical. And I understood because there's a lot of kids out here in our system today that has no family. There ain't nobody coming to pick them up. Ain't nobody coming. You ain't going over nobody's house. Ain't nobody sending you no gifts on holidays. You know what I'm saying? It's kids out here that really need somebody. And the fact that she wasn't even asked to do it, you just took on the responsibility as a good Samaritan, but you just did it the wrong way.
Right.
And it's unfortunate. I wish you were able to get yourself together, then go back and find Terry and go through the system to adopt him or to ask to be his foster parent.
I wish so too, because now we're at the point where
you're going to jail.
You finna go to jail. Y'all cannot continue this mother-son relationship that y'all have. Y'all have to separate at this point.
Yeah, he going to the foster home.
Exactly.
And you going back to Rikers.
Inez says she's not going to jail. Point blank in the period. So automatically that means she's probably going to run or find something else to fucking do. But she cannot be around Terry. So Terry... She told Terry, hey, maybe you should go get up with your best friend P. That's somebody we did not mention, but P was definitely there from child on up. So go watch the movie to find out about P because he kind of irritated me too in this fucking movie.
He was just one of them corny ass friends.
And P was a racist
friend.
P was a racist. Point blank in the period. That's just how I feel about it. But
he discriminated too against his own people.
Exactly. And she was like, maybe, pretty much go see where you could stay because they're not going to allow us to be at this situation. You done already told me that your teacher or guidance counselor or whatever
was coming to see me. And we know she coming with the car.
Exactly.
And that's going to be it. You either going to see me driving off in the police car or you going to see me ride off in a cab. and they chose the cab.
Period.
So he walks
he's gonna be 18. Shit.
Yeah, he walks her to the cab. She gives him her pager number. Call me when you can. Once you get settled, once you become of age, and we don't know where she's going, y'all, but she got into that motherfucking cab with a smirk on her face. Listen, you've done your job. You raised that son, that child.
You did.
That man is growing up to he's gonna be somebody
and
getting out of the city.
He has his own mind.
Yes.
And he had his own mind before he even got into high school.
Yes.
You could tell that he already knew what was right, what was wrong, what I want to do. He may not have knew exactly what he wanted to do, but he knew he didn't want to be on the streets doing this, and that. He wanted to make something of himself.
Yeah.
And that right there, you did your fucking job.
Yeah.
He was a great young child.
She taught him morals.
Yes.
She taught him values.
Yes.
You know, she taught him how to be respectful.
Yes.
And he even took on some of the traits of Lucky.
Yes. He had a crush, y'all. Yes. He had a little dark skinned, brown, little chocolate drop chick. Yes. That he liked, that P had a fucking problem with. That's why I said he got on my motherfucking nerves. But he also had his own mind to let him know, I don't care what my best friends say. Yeah. I know what I like. And I like me own kind.
And I think you're a beautiful woman. He didn't say a beautiful Black woman. No. He said, I think you're beautiful to me. You're the most beautiful girl in the world.
Exactly. And treated her as such when she did actually give him the time of day to actually go out.
Yeah.
Walk on the inside. Don't walk on the outside. I got to protect you. My daddy did stuff like that.
I thought that was so beautiful.
Listen, for him not to have had like a daddy full time, Lucky. That's why I said Lucky, although he was not as present as a lot of people would have, because clearly he was splitting his time between two families.
Yeah.
But he definitely made his presence known. Yeah. And I was happy that when given the opportunity, although that was not your child.
Yeah.
Because y'all really had me thinking Teyana cheated on Lucky ass and got pregnant by somebody else. He assumed that responsibility and became a great role model. For him not to be full-time in the time that he had, you're special.
Yes.
You are loved.
Yes.
Don't think this. Don't be in the streets. You need to do this.
You smart.
What do you think about this?
Yeah.
He
didn't tell him to go off to school. He said,
what do you think?
What do you think? You can be the one to make that decision.
Exactly. He was I like that about Lucky, and I also kind of feel like that's kind of a relation with the Holiday's Heart with Wanda and what the fuck, Silas, whatever. That's the core. Yeah, is that your
Listen, step daddies matter.
They do.
Having somebody in the home with your child matters.
Yes.
Because sometimes as women, we can be so strong in our approach, especially with our boys, that they don't really like take in what it is that we're trying to teach them. Because maybe, our voice is a little bit elevated. Maybe we are yelling. Maybe we are nagging. Maybe we are telling them what they gonna do versus what do you want to do? You know what I'm saying? What do you think is the best option? Okay, let me help you analyze this. Men, they're going to sit down and have a manly conversation with that child who's a young adult, like a young male at that time. So it's very important. But another thing I wanted to point out to y'all is that we have to realize another reason as to why their relationship didn't work is because he was not the biological father, and he did know that she stole that child.
Yeah.
So he had just gotten out of jail. He was trying to get a job. He was trying to do right and get back on track and stay out of the streets.
He wasn't trying to get no job. He was trying to be a D-boy.
He was not trying to go back to jail. And if them people would have broke up in that house and found that child up in there, both of them would have been going back to jail. So that's another reason as to why, their relationship didn't really work out the way that they wanted it to. So yeah, y'all definitely gotta go watch the movie. Teyana Taylor, big up to you.
Definitely.
My girl, you did the damn thing. Spike T.
Yeah. Please go watch this movie, because although we probably did give y'all some good vital information, it's a lot of details. Like This movie, if y'all recognize with certain movies, like you really want to know the details, and then with some certain movies, you just got to know the vital parts to kind of get the gist of it.
Yeah.
You can get the gist of it with what we're telling you,
yeah.
but those details are really going to round it out and give you the full picture.
Yeah.
So y'all should definitely go see the movie.
Definitely
Please go see
it.
this damn movie, y'all. It was good. It was
great.
Especially for us our age. Now, people after us, they probably wouldn't be able to appreciate it as much as we do.
Right.
But if you were born 90s on back,
yeah,
you gonna appreciate it.
You gonna appreciate this movie.
Definitely.
It was definitely telling.
Yes.
It was sensitive. It was.
Tell me about it, because I cried.
It told our story as women,
Honey.
as young women, young, single mothers.
And just having a child back in that time that's aware of what's going on. Y'all both growing together. Y'all growing together.
Yeah.
When he bust out, where my home gonna be if you ain't my home?
Oh,
it
was
where is my home?
Yes.
Like, yes, y'all. It's
definitely
giving y'all life lessons, and go watch that shit, y'all. Go watch it.
You got to learn how to grow up out here, and you got to learn how to grow up and make the right decisions. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Positive decision making, people.
Exactly.
Go watch this movie. Support this movie. Make sure y'all share this video.
Yes.
Get it out there so that people can know, because I didn't really see a whole lot of advertising for this movie for some odd reason.
Me either. If I wasn't on social media, I didn't see it, and I think I only saw it like twice. But when watching actual TV, cable, or anything like that, I did not see that for it to actually be in a fucking AMC.
Yeah.
I actually saw more marketing for Iman's Teyana Taylor husband.
Oh yeah.
Movie than I did her movie, and his movie came on BET Plus.
And y'all gotta go watch that review too, because we did that.
We definitely did that. They both got plot twists.
They both had plot twists.
So yes, go watch that as well.
Yes, make sure y'all like, share, subscribe, comment, dislike. Any engagement is better than no engagement. Okay,
that is fine. On TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Hit us up, y'all.
Yes, and we will see you guys next time. Peace.